I'm Aaron Gold for Auto by Tel, and as you can tell by the gigantic scoop, I am driving the 2015 Subaru WRX. This is a legendary car known for its turbocharged engine and all-wheel drive, and it is all new for 2015. Now, truth be told, it would be pretty difficult to screw up this car, and Subaru hasn't, but they have made a couple of controversial changes, and the first one is around back. Now, the previous WRX was available as a hatchback or a sedan. The new WRX is only available as a sedan, and the reason, Subaru said, is that by concentrating on one body style, they could put more money into stiffening up the body structure and the chassis. And that has been done to very good effect. The problem is that this trunk, which is only 12 cubic feet, is really no substitute for the enormous cargo bay that was in the hatchback. Now, the WRX is famous for its turbocharged flat-4 or boxer engine, and that is the format to which they have returned. However, the engine is smaller and more powerful. 2 liters as opposed to 2.5 liters last year, but the horsepower goes up to 268, torque is 258 pound-feet, and that comes on from 2,000 RPM to 5,200 RPM, and when we drive it, you're going to see why that is so important. Now, the WRX benefits from its association with the Impreza, which was redone just a couple of years ago. You have a nice, simple, straightforward control layout, not too much to distract you. It makes it easy to concentrate on the road. They've added a couple of things. Number one is this center gauge thing, which shows your boost and your fuel economy and your all-wheel drive, something or other. And they've redone the seats. So you have these nice, heavy bolsters to hold you in place while you're cornering, which is important because you can corner really fast in this car. As for the back seat, yes, it has a back seat. Can we drive it already? Now, along with the extra horsepower, Subaru has stiffened the suspension and given the WRX bigger brakes. And the way it comes together is simply amazing. For starters, there's this engine. I mentioned that flat torque curve. You almost cannot be in the wrong gear in this car. No matter what gear you're in, you just give it the juice and away it goes. 0 to 60 in about 5.5 seconds. And the responses are just brilliant. This thing is so sharp, so precise. You know, so many people are trying to make their all-wheel drive cars feel like rear-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive feel like front-wheel drive. This is an all-wheel drive car that feels like an all-wheel drive car. Tons of grip, amazing responses. You can just get on the gas and fire out of the curves like you've been shot from a cannon. I could drive this thing all day, 24 hours a day for the rest of my life. I would lose my job. I'd get kicked out of my apartment, my wife would leave me, my kids would find a new father, and you know what? I would probably be happy because I am driving a WRX. Now, one of the other controversial changes in the WRX is the inclusion of an automatic transmission, specifically a CVT, or continuously variable automatic transmission. You will notice that no other performance car uses a CVT, and if you drive the WRX, you will discover why. A twin clutch or a regular automatic works much better. The WRX's CVT does emulate a manual transmission. It has paddle shifters and will run with either 6 or 8 speeds, but you still don't get that tight connection between clutch and engine that you get with the manual. Certainly the CVT doesn't dampen the fun of this car's amazing steering and chassis, but you do miss out on a lot. The best way to enjoy the WRX is with the 6-speed manual. Now, the old WRX was a wonderful car, but it didn't feel quite perfect. You could really sharpen the edges with a few $1,000 in aftermarket springs and shocks and other things. This car feels completely finished. I mean, I don't know what you would do to make this car any better. And frankly, I've kind of fear for the future of the people who make their money selling greasy bits for the WRX. This thing is just perfect out of the box. Now, at the time we shot our video, Subaru had not announced pricing. They said that the 2015 WRX would be a few $100 more than the current car, which starts at $25,995. So we figure once you get done with destination fee, this one's going to be around $27, probably range up into the low to mid 30s. No matter, mortgage what you have to mortgage, sell a couple of children, because this is a magnificent car. I love it. It's the entire all-wheel drive turbocharged experience distilled down. I want to kiss it. I'm Aaron Gold for Auto by Tel. Mwah!